So this is from the 33rdteam.com. Those are guys that are former NFL executives and the like, have worked in the league. NFL's top 20 players over 30 years entering the 2024 season. Number 1, Chris Jones. Number 2, Tyreek Hill, wide receiver. Number 3 is Trent Williams, offensive tackle. Checking in at 18 is Joel Bitonio. He's 32 years old, 5-time All-Pro, has made 6 straight Pro Bowls, has had great strength and athleticism. Plus, he's a durable player, has only missed 2 starts over his last 7 seasons. And Bitonio has been great. Couple more years. It's tough for guards to make it into the Hall of Fame. Couple more years at the level he's been at, and I think Joel Bitonio's entering that realm.
I would say if you look at his resume, yes, you would think that he's probably on a Hall of Fame path. But you do look at that one spot that he is a guard. And certainly it's not going to be where he was part of, say a New England Patriot regime where he was part of 4 Super Bowls, won 3, et cetera, et cetera. But, and there was that succession path, where, Joe went. And it was kind of obvious that Joel was going to be the guy here, to lead this offensive line through his stellar play, through his leadership, through carrying himself the same way that Joe carried himself, not being the big, not being bigger than anybody else in the room, even though technically you are the biggest, baddest dude on that offensive line. And for Joel, last year, it ended certainly a little banged up, a little dinged up. And, we're hitting that certain age, you're maybe, you don't hold that, players usually say 80% or better health-wise, I'm good to go. The later you get into your 30s, it's harder and harder to hit that number week in, week out. It means maybe, you practice a tad bit less, you get, ready to go a little bit more sooner. But, Joel he's just had an outstanding career here. And again, this is another guy that was here when this franchise was nobody, was nothing. And now all of a sudden, as the team gets more and more recognition because they are a good team, they get more spotlight onto him. You realize that there have been some good players here. And certainly Joel has been one of the guys that has completely and utterly changed the way this fan base is viewed.